So let's talk about this insane news article that came out the other day. And mind you, this was on the front page of the Wall Street Journal, like the actual newspaper, and on the website, which is just absolutely insane. So let's break it down. So they said Bitcoin goes all in on MAGA, ditching its libertarian stance. And this is just crazy. Like, this is next level manipulation and division. And the reason this is so crazy is Bitcoin is like the most neutral thing on the planet. It's a monetary network governed by code, governed by the individual nodes in the network. And it's a neutral monetary network that nobody controls. So to say Bitcoin goes all in on MAGA is like saying, imagine the light bulb gets invented, right? It's this new thing. And Donald Trump is the first person to get a light bulb in his house. He installs a light bulb and turns it on in his house, and everyone's freaking out. And the newspaper says, light bulb goes all in on MAGA because Donald Trump turned on a light bulb in his house. It's the exact same reasoning, right? It's a neutral invention that was designed to make life easier, make life better for people. And they're saying the neutral invention endorsed MAGA, basically. This is just crazy. Like, the intellectual dishonesty of this article, of this headline, is crazy. And it's so sad to see because those who dislike Trump are now going to associate it with Bitcoin. They're going to associate Bitcoin with Trump. So they're going to hate Bitcoin too, when Bitcoin was designed to help them, help those people. It's neutral. It doesn't pick sides. For Bitcoin to pick sides, you would have to run every node in the network, every single participant in the network would have to agree on some kind of change that endorsed a political candidate. Like, I don't know, like, it just doesn't make sense on any level. Like, Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin Knots, which are the main like software implementations of Bitcoin, they would both have to push out a software release, a new release that says Bitcoin now endorses MAGA or whatever. And every single person in the network would have to decide to run that new Bitcoin software and change the Bitcoin software. And that's just such, like, I missed that new software update that endorsed MAGA. Like, it's just so insane and so manipulative. And you're driving people away from something that's gonna help them save for their future and help them escape the debasement of our money, which is happening every day more and more. And the debt is out of control. And if you truly were true to your beliefs, then you would adopt Bitcoin because obviously the debt is out of control and it's not going to get fixed. So if you were against Trump, you should be for Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the way out of dollar debasement. And yeah, it's just sad to see that now people, I mean, they already have a negative view of Bitcoin for no reason, based on no education, just based on propaganda. And that's just going to continue to get worse because of this super irresponsible propaganda. It's just propaganda, nothing else. There's no intellectual argument here. They're just saying Trump likes Bitcoin, so you should hate Bitcoin. And there's no difference. Like, Trump likes drinking water. Like, you should stop drinking water too. Like, it's just so crazy. Bitcoin education is so important. Neutral education, not coming from a political standpoint. I mean, Bitcoin is political in a way, but it's not left or blue. Bitcoin doesn't, or what, left or right, blue or red. Bitcoin doesn't choose sides. Bitcoin doesn't endorse candidates. Now, candidates can endorse Bitcoin and say they want to enact policy that's favorable to facilitate Bitcoin transaction. That's a great thing. But Bitcoin, the protocol, is never going to endorse a political candidate. That makes absolutely zero sense. They're just trying everything they're just throwing everything at the wall, trying to get people to hate Bitcoin. And that's been happening for years. Like, first it was the environmental impact that was not only debunked, but Bitcoin mining then went to over half of Bitcoin mining now uses renewable sources of electricity. They dropped that argument. It's used by criminals. Like, that argument doesn't hold any weight, and now they're trying to associate it with Trump, so people hate it, and they can have more reason to try to ban it and fight it. And yeah, they keep fighting it because it's a new system that works for everyone. It's not a system where people can be divided and conquered and taught to hate each other. And Bitcoin is for everyone. Bitcoin is better money for everyone. And with Bitcoin, you have to accept that Bitcoin is also better money for my enemies, as much as it's better money for me and my friends and my family. And that's something you have to come to terms with. And that's, I think, what makes Bitcoin so great, is that it's this neutral force that doesn't pick sides, doesn't play favorites. It's the same protocol for everyone that uses it. Everyone that enforces Bitcoin's code, participates in the network, upholds the integrity of Bitcoin. We're all working together because we have a one common issue, which is that we want better money. We don't want money that is backed by $37 trillion of debt, and money that is printed out of thin air, money that loses 46% of its value over the last decade. We don't want that money. We want better money that is governed by rules and not by rulers. Money that's governed by immutable code, that's enforced by the nodes in the network, and money that can't be corruptible, can't be censored by anyone. So I would just urge you to go down the rabbit hole of learning about Bitcoin, learning about what it is, because the more you learn, the more you'll realize that this technology is for everyone, and it's here to stay, and it's here to help humanity evolve to the next level by adopting sound money that protects your time and energy, so that when you work and save for the future, your purchasing power isn't being siphoned from you, because the supply of money is ever expanding, and you're not taxed on what you make, what you spend, everything in between. And then the rest of your savings that you're able to scrounge up for the future are taxed via monetary debasement. So Bitcoin is a vote for a new system, a vote for a system that works for everyone, and a system that uses sound money for the future. So yeah, that's about it for me today. This is just so ridiculous, and you just have to laugh at it, right? Like, you can't even like break down the points they're making and argue with them, because there's no intellectual honesty there. There's no logic. It's just pure propaganda. So stay sharp, keep learning about Bitcoin, start saving in Bitcoin today. And yeah, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe, leave a comment. That helps out the channel a ton. As always, together, let's work, save, and build a brighter future with Bitcoin. See you in the next video.